In this video, we will start discussing about middleware functions. Previously, we have completed the movie schema. Now, we will go to the next topic, that is middlewares. So, what exactly is a middleware or a middleware function? So, it's a function that gets executed before the controller method. So let us take example of this ping request. So here is the URL path and this is the function and this is the function body of the router. Now before the router I can attach a function as another parameter. So this function is called as a middleware function. This is added before the route handler method and this get executed before your route handler gets executed. So here inside the route handler I will add a console.log. I will say inside ping method route handler. Then I have this function body. So what parameter it takes? So what parameter this middleware function takes? It takes request and response similar to your route handler, but after this there is one very important parameter, that is next. I will tell what next does. Now here I will add console.log inside middleware before route handler. So this is the console log that I have added. Now what does this next method do? So this next is actually a function that you must call so that this route handler will execute. If we don't call this next method, then the control will stuck here. It will not go to the route handler. And if middleware can be chained, that means here I can add another middleware. So if I don't call next, it will not call the next line of middleware, or if there are no middleware, it will not call the route handler. So this next method is important, and here as normal how we have request and response in route handler, this is also the same request and response object. So I will save this one and we will come to Postman and we will open the ping method and we will run and we will keep an eye on the console how it is behaving. So I will run send. So if you see inside middleware before route handler, this function got executed first, then inside ping method route handler. So which one got executed first? The middleware, and after the middleware execution the route handler got executed. So this is what is a middleware function. This sits before your route handler method and it can perform variety of operation like validation, authentication and authorization that we will see in future video. Now what we will do, we will remove the next function and let us see what happens. So I'll come to the ping method and I will send the request. Now if you see inside middleware before route handler, so this is inside the middleware, and if you see the request is stuck, it will not proceed. Why? Because we did not call the next method. That's why this route handler did not get executed and the request is stuck. It doesn't know where to go next. So I will cancel from here and cancel from here, and we will start a fresh dev run, and I will add the next method here. Now instead of adding this function like this, which looks very cumbersome, I can extract it into a method. So const, I will say log helper equals to a method request response next. And what this will do, so we will copy this two line, add it here, and instead of this inline function, what I can do, I will say log helper. Now this looks bit clean, and this log helper is used only in this ping method. Now if I want to use it in participants, what I have to do, I have to copy, add it here. Similarly, if I have to use it in movies, I have to copy it here, and there might be hundreds of routes. So if I have to attach it to all the route methods, what I will do, see this line, this is a middleware that is added to all the routes. So after this method is declared, I will say app.use what, log helper, right? And I can remove it from here and remove it from here. So it has added to all the methods. So if I go to ping and I will send the request, it will say inside middleware before route handler, then inside ping method. So like this you can attach the middleware to all the controllers, or if you want you can attach it to the individual route handler. So we have both the options. Now instead of adding it here, what we can do, we can put it into its dedicated folder. So, and instead of this log helper, let us write a useful middleware. So I will tell you one problem. Now we will go to Postman console and we will open, we'll just first clear it, then we will go to ping and we will send a request. That request is logged here. So if I open here, we have request header, after that we have response header, and if you see X powered by Express. Now what is the problem with this header? Now this header gives us internal implementation of our API. Me as a developer, I don't want to expose this information whether my API is built with Express or .NET or with Apache server, whatever it is, because if somebody knows this, they can try to misuse this information. Somebody is using the API, they should only be concerned with the API. It is nobody's business to know how this API is written in the backend. It is only the developer's headache. So be it Apache server or .NET server or Express server, it is internal implementation of the API. This information should not be exposed to the outside world. So in order to solve this problem or to remove this response header, what I will do, I will write a middleware. So what I will do, I will delete this one, I will remove this one, and in src I'll create a new folder called as middlewares, and inside the middleware I'll add a new file and name it remove response headers.js, and here I will add a method const export remove headers, and this will take request, response and next. And after this, what I will do, response dot remove headers. And what header I want to remove, I want to remove this header, so I will copy it and paste it here. Then what I will do, I will say next. Then I will come to index.js. Here I will import remove headers from middlewares, then remove response headers.js. I will come here in the app dot use, like how we are using here express.json and express.url encoded. So these are inbuilt middlewares. Now we have written our own middleware, so we will copy this and paste it here. So this is now going to remove the X powered by header from all our route handlers. So I will save this one. Then what I will do, I will send the request. Now it is giving an error, so we'll open the terminal, and remove headers is not a function, so it is actually not headers, it is header singular. Okay, then we'll come back to Postman, clear everything, then we'll send the request again. Now we got the punct message, then we'll open the request, then request header I'll minimize. Now if you see the response header, that X powered by tag is gone. Now nobody will know that what is the backend technology that we are using to build the API that they are consuming. So this is far better, and it's a good practice not to expose the internal implementation of the API to the API users. So this is one good use of having a middleware functions. So there are a lot of middleware functions that we will write, be it for validation, authentication, authorization, error handling, right, that we will do in the future video. But for this video, with this one example, we will conclude the middleware topic, and in the next subsequent videos we will start implementing authentication and authorization, and there we will write loads of middlewares.